Feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank.
Hey, and welcome back to the post-show video wrap-up of the Shrimp Tank. My name is Lee Heisman, and today's guests, oh my goodness, Ted Baker from QALO, Frank Duffy from Duffy Realty. Probably one of the best shows we've ever had here at the Shrimp Tank. It is one of our longest, at over an hour and 10 minutes on the podcast, but it was truly one of our best shows in terms of providing the most value and content for you. If you want to learn how to be an entrepreneur and be inspired by these guys, I know that I was inspired. But Ted, regarding your company QALO, QALO, the leading brand for silicone rings on the planet, tell us a little about this and what is it? Why did you open this?
Well, QALO, obviously, Quality Athletics, Love and Outdoors. It's the acronym it stands for. Started the company, basically. My wife was inspiring me to wear a wedding ring and solve this problem that I couldn't wear a wedding ring because it didn't go with my life. And lo and behold, we solved the problem for ourselves. My business partner and I solved the problem for ourselves and millions of other people. So we got super, super lucky. But stoked to be able to be here, part of the Shrimp Tank, humbled for the opportunity, and excited to share a little bit about the story as well as some of the ideas that I think we share around business.
I love the way Ted says he was inspired by his wife to create that brand. Probably a little bit more pushy than inspired. But
inspired is a very politically correct way to form that.
And you know, speaking of inspiration with wives and partners, you have a very successful organization here, Duffy Realty, with you, Frank, and your wife, Rhonda, who was on the show. You guys inspire each other, and that's what's so intriguing. How did you grow this business?
It's been a fantastic ride that we've had. My wife and I came up with an idea that really served a niche, and it was that every person that's ever walked out of a closing in this country selling real estate thought that real estate agent did not deserve all $24,544.10 that they just left in the check with. And so my wife and I came up with a way to give people a much better process of selling a home and doing it for a fraction of the cost. And our philosophy was, instead of clubbing to death 3 people for our annual revenue, we preferred much more to a pinprick 1,500. And it's been very successful, and we've leveraged volume all that time, and we've grown as a husband and wife doing it.
That's wonderful. So Ted,
always committed.
Yeah, very
right
true.
there, always
yes.
committed.
So Ted, you've been pinpricking many people across the globe with your rings, but you've also had to pivot, and you've recently relocated to Nashville from Los Angeles, but you now have 2 offices, one on the West Coast, one here in the East Coast. How have you done that? Why did you do that? And how has that affected your entire company?
I mean, it's been a huge overhaul. No good time to do it, without a doubt. I mean, I think we looked at the opportunity, and it was more my business partner and I really wanted to make a change for our lives and a change what we felt would be better for our family, and also moving to a place that we thought went with the core values of our family. QALO being like the basis for what we believe in, quality athletics, love and outdoors. We want to give that to our families and to our kids. Southern California is amazing. I'm from the East Coast originally, so the move back for me to Seasons was great. It's been an enormous undertaking, and having obviously 2 kind of central offices. Operations is still completely out of Southern California, and now marketing and all the executive team and sales is out of Nashville. Makes it easier to fly around. There's a bunch of reasons that go into it, but what I can tell you is that it doesn't go. It's not for the faint of heart. It's a huge emotional move. It's hard. You want to appease everybody, and it's definitely something that we feel is going to propel the company to the next level. So we're excited about the opportunity. We're excited about Nashville, and even though we're kind of moving away from Southern California, we'll still have an office in Southern California, and we won't be far behind. So,
well, speaking of propelling companies to the next level, Frank, you were, over the past 5 years, the top-selling agent, but recently you've changed your model where now your margins have increased exponentially, and you're refocusing on becoming more virtual. Speak about that.
Well, the big thing is that we decided that it was more important for us to, again, have profit as opposed to just revenue. And though we're not the #1 ranked agent anymore, we actually did that by choice. We brought in some of our advertising. We saw that was a little downturn in the market. But what's interesting is that we've been able to cut our expenses almost in half by processes, by automation, and now we're going to a virtual platform where we don't even need the physical bricks and mortar anymore that your traditional real estate agents need. Again, because we've been able to process the entire home selling function. And that's what's been so critical in allowing us to propel this business really to being into the next millennium.
huge, ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
The next stratosphere.
Right.
It's true, and that's where we're going. Ted, talk to people about how they would get in touch with you. You have not just rings, but you have many other products. What's the easiest way?
Personally,
Get in touch with you on the website.
QALO.com, QALO.com. You can find us there. We're in tons of brick and mortar. I'm sure you've seen us at Dick's Sporting Goods Academy, REI, Bass Pro Shops.
And in December,
We'll be launching in Target in December, which we're super stoked about. They're going to be a great partner, trying to diversify our brand as much as possible and giving every industry a little bit individuality. So we're excited about the future.
Frank, for you as well, how do people get in touch?
Yeah, you can see us on 500-yard signs all over the streets of Atlanta presently right now. But you can reach us at Duffy Realty ATL. Again, let us know. We'd be more than happy to help you.
So we talk about this on the Shrimp Tank all the time, and you've heard it, that you want to surround yourself with people that you're learning from and people that you admire and are better than you in many, many areas. And just looking to my right over here at Ted Baker and Frank Duffy, guys, I've learned so much from you for the years that I've been your friend, and I've learned even more today on today's show. And that's why you should go back and listen to the show in its entirety on iTunes, on iHeartRadio, or Shrimp Tank Podcast, guys. And thank you so much for listening to the post-show video wrap-up of the Shrimp Tank.
Here's your $100, Lee.
Thank you.
I've been feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in a shrimp tank.